Okay, let's go ahead and close up that app preview and let's add an image to our code. Now we already added an image last time in our app project. Over here in the sidebar icon, we tapped on this little add file button right up here at the top, and we chose photo. That took us to our photo gallery, and we tapped on a pre-existing selfie maybe that we had, or a Google profile image, or some type of photo that we wanted to include. That showed up right here in our assets section, and it was called image asset, and then we renamed it to be called me with a capital M and a lowercase e. All right, let's go ahead and close that sidebar icon, and let's go back over here to our text. Let's tap at the end of line number 8. Let's make sure we're on the right side of our opening curly brace, and then tap return to get down to a new line. Let's add a comment by tapping 2 backslashes and a space. And we are going to add an image to our code right here. Go ahead at the end of that comment and tap return again to get a blank line. And our code for image starts with a capital I, and already Swift is saying, I think you want image. Yes. When you see that image is highlighted in blue there on the code snippets on your screen, you can go ahead and tap return. Now we could also type out image. It's pretty short. So you can decide which is faster for you, typing that code word or using the code snippets. The code snippets can be really helpful when the code is longer. All right, again, we're getting some errors. Let's debug those. We haven't told Swift what image we want to use. So let's type some parentheses. So your parentheses is on the 9 key at the top of your attached keyboard. Again, if you're using an on-screen keyboard, you are going to find the parentheses. If you go to the 1, 2, 3 key, you will see the parentheses there in kind of the middle to right side of that middle line of the keyboard. Okay, and again, we can see that Swift gave us a closing parenthesis because those parentheses come in pairs. Perfect. Okay, now our photo has a name. It is called me. So we need to type a quotation mark. Again, we get the closing quotation mark. And we're going to type the name of that image, capital M, lowercase e. Now, if you open up your app preview, you will see that your selfie or your photo, your Google profile image, whatever the image was that you previously uploaded over there in the sidebar, now it is showing up on the screen. But it might be a high quality photo, and it may be so large that it's humongous, maybe. Maybe you can't even really see it well on the screen because it's so big. You're only seeing a tiny part of it. Or, like my photo here, I can still see some of the screen at the top and the bottom, but it is so big that it's pushed the text off of the screen to make room for that image. So we need to modify this image a little bit right now. So I'm going to go ahead and close up my app preview again. Tap behind line number 10 so that you're behind the parentheses, and go ahead and tap return. Let's add a comment right here. So 2 backslashes and a space, and we are going to modify our image. So this next set of code modifies our image. We always put our modifiers after the thing that we're trying to modify in Swift. Go ahead and tap return once you've typed your comment. And on line number 12, we're going to start with a period. Modifiers start with a period. So type a period. Already, Swift is saying, I think you want resizable because I just typed an image. And a lot of people like to resize their images. So go ahead and tap on return. That's going to insert the code there to resize our image to allow us to make it smaller as we want to fit better on the screen. Okay, go ahead and tap return. We have a little bit more code to add. Again, we need another period. We're still going to modify our image. So start with a period. And now our code is scaled to fit. And notice that's written in camel case. Starts with a lowercase s, to has a capital T, fit has a capital F. Once you see scaled to fit on your code snippets, go ahead and tap return to add that code right in there to your program. Okay, let's tap on app preview, tap that screens button. All right, awesome. Look what happened. Now my photo is smaller. It is resized and it's scaled to fit. It's not squished. It's not warped. It's not super thin and skinny. It's not super flat, right? It is still scaled. It still looks normal. It's just smaller. And it is now scaled down so that it is fitting in this H stack. It's organized horizontally. I have first my image on the left side. After that, my text with my name right here in the middle, and then some text with my description. Let's do a little troubleshooting. Maybe at this point, your image might not be showing up on your screen. Let's take a quick look at what might be causing that problem. Capitalization is really important in Swift. Now we know that we named our image over here in the sidebar. We renamed it me with a capital M and a lowercase e. Because we named it like that, right here in my code, I need to type the name of that image exactly the same way. Exactly. You might be thinking, well, me with a capital M, isn't that the same as me with a lowercase m? It's still me. Let's check it out. If I change that capital M to a lowercase m, Swift actually thinks those are two separate files. So capitalization is really important. If you name the file with a capital M, when you use that file's name in your code, you have to capitalize the M so that it matches exactly what you named the file. Now, if I hadn't capitalized it, when I added it to my image assets, I wouldn't need to capitalize it in the code either, but I did capitalize it so that I could show that capitalization is important. All right, so make sure however you name your image that you also include that image name the same way in your app code.